Hello again and welcome to Quad Radio as we continue our tour of Durhamtown and pre-race heat-up, I guess you could say, to what's going to be taking place in Georgia, just down the road from where we are right now this weekend. It's the Maxxis General GNCC at Aonia Pass, and we've caught up with one of our sophomore Pro XC1 riders, Mark Notman. And Mark, I know we didn't get a chance to talk any in the off-season, and I said, man, I haven't heard a whole lot of you this year, and basically been keeping it kind of quiet. You said you've been working a lot, but you also been at home, and the weather's been kind of cooperative as far as helping you get some training in this season.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best winter. I mean, it's been pretty wet, so riding outside's been kind of tough. Tried to get out there a couple times, and it was a little sloppy though. Did a little bit of indoor motocross training. It's normally what we do, you know, when there's a foot of snow on the ground. And got out to ride with Jeff Pickens and Tracy Checo and Jared McClure one weekend, so it was pretty good. They had good weather out at their house, and so it was a fun time.
That's great. So basically that's about what your winter consisted of, I guess, huh?
Yeah, spent a lot of time in the gym. I was hitting the gym hard ever since the 1st of December. Something that I've been, let's say, slacking on the last couple of years, and end of the year last year, or midway through last year, started working with my new trainer, Joel Youngkins. Check him out at joelyoungkinstraining.com. You know, it's really been paying off. Florida went pretty good. Got a slow start during a race, and just kept rolling right along, and started making up some ground on some of the Pro-Am guys that had got me the first lap or two, and come out with the 7th in the Pro class and 13th overall. So I'll take it for Florida.
No doubt. That's pretty impressive, actually. And I know that last year was kind of a big learning curve for you, moving up to that front row. A lot of times people don't realize how much of a step up it is once you do make that step. But you got a big taste of it last year. Tell me a little bit about how that went for you.
Oh, last year was pretty rough. Didn't go exactly how wanted to. Want to get back inside that top 20, but had a couple mechanical issues and was a little hurt both my wrists beginning of the year, so that set me back a little bit. And I don't know, had one top 10 there at the end of the year at Unadilla, and just struggled all year, but made a bunch of changes over the winter, and I think we're ready to go, and definitely most prepared I think I am coming into a season.
Really, that's interesting and exciting all at the same time that you're able to do that. And I know you're one of those pro riders that also works a normal job, 9 to 5, so to speak, Monday through Friday, and to be able to do that, man, that kind of indicates a little bit of hunger there.
Yeah, it can be tough at times, going to work every day and get out of work, go to the gym, and go home and wrench on bikes. So that's pretty much working two full-time jobs, and it can be hectic at times, but it's fun, and I guess it's what keeps us going.
I got to ask you though, man. I mean, a lot of people would say, you've been doing this for a long time. You worked your way up through the ranks. You're into the XC1 Pro class now, and a lot of people at this point would hope to be in a little different situation where they could focus a little bit more on it. But you seem to be pretty satisfied with the way things are going.
Yeah, I mean, can't expect too much. Times are tough right now. The way the economy is, just take what you can get and just go with it, I guess.
For sure. And with that, let's talk a little bit about what your plans are for this weekend. I know that, like anybody else, I'm sure you're just hoping to salvage a decent day out of things there whenever you went into River Ranch GNCC on Sunday. And we're really hoping to start making waves by this time now in Georgia when we hit the track on Saturday.
Definitely, what I'd like is another top 10 finish in the class, and hopefully a top 10 overall. That's what I've been shooting for, and I think I got the speed. It's just putting everything together, and the last couple of years after 09 had a rough year, and I think I just never got the mental game right, and it's something I really thought about over the winter and tried to get that straightened out, and I think that might have been a little bit what's been holding me back. So hopefully I got all that straightened out and I can get focused right and get just start popping off some good finishes.
Now, being positive and confident, that's probably something you've seen as keys to success in the years past whenever you had the successful years.
Yeah, I mean, 08 was a great season. Had 6 or 7 podiums in XC2, and, you know, when you get that many podiums, just comes, I don't know, not natural, but you get used to it, and it's a good feeling, and, you know, keeps the drive going to get more podiums like that and stuff. And going into 09, it was a really rough year, so had maybe one top 10, and it really sets you back.
I'm sure it does, but what's really nice, Mark, is that, you know, you took a couple of steps back yourself, and you reevaluated what's important to you, what you want, and what drives you. And obviously, with working, per se, the 2 full-time jobs you're saying right now, you seem to know what it is you're going after.
Yeah, I mean, we all come out here to win, but at the end of the day, if you can finish top 10 and know you went out there and put 110% in, each time you go out, and you feel like you did something good for the day. I mean, I guess that's at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Hey, it's kind of like one of those things. Right now, you're probably not mature enough to win the championship. It's a matter of growing and working into it. I mean, and that's what I think a lot of people, a lot of times when they go out their first year, they're ready to set the world on fire and take that championship. But like you learned last year, and like several other people have learned, and they're learning this year, it's not as easy as what one would think right off the bat like that. But it's a good awakening, but it also, again, helps you put things into perspective and lets you reevaluate things and know exactly what's worth working for. And obviously, those goals of now getting into the top 10 consistently, and then eventually, I'm sure, top 5s and top 3s, and then that's when you're going to start looking for those wins. And that's the kind of maturity that you're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's about 4 or 5 guys right now gunning for the win. You got Chris that's been pretty much unstoppable the last 3 years, and you got McGill and Bethel and Wolf, and now we got Walker moving up with us. So there's definitely a lot of competition, and you can't just go out swinging for the fence, I guess. You gotta set small goals for yourself each week, and as long as you keep accomplishing those goals, you set goals farther up in the standings. Like you said, get top 10s and top 5s, top 3s. So that's what we're gunning for. And if I can get end of the year, if I can be top 10 in the class and somewhere right around top 10 overall, I'll be thrilled.
Who's helping you out this year?
Waynesburg Yamaha, Maxxis Tires, Rath Racing, HMF, PowerMad, IMS, Troy Lee Designs, Garnet Boots, Hyper Wheels, Tire Balls. Anybody else I forgot?
I'll tell you what, man, that's a pretty good group of people standing behind you, and I know you got a great family behind you as well.
Yeah, my mom and dad's been here, since day one. They got me into it, and can't thank them enough. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So, definitely got to thank them, and just all the sponsors that stuck with me the last couple of years. It's been rough, I know, but appreciate all the support they keep giving me, and it means a lot.
No problem. Now, one more thing I want you to think about. Think about the first time you ever signed up to race. Where were you? How old were you? And what kind of race was it?
I was probably 4 or 5, and it was a local series around home, CRA, Competition Riders of America. Don't remember what race it was, but it was probably about 4 or 5, and I was on a Yamaha 60.
And looking back at that now, man, I mean, it's a pretty amazing road you traveled, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm going to be 25 this year, so about 19, 20 years I've been doing this.
Pretty interesting stuff, man. That is great, dude. Keep doing it and keep living the dream, all right?
Thanks, Rodney.
That's Mark Notman. I'm Rodney Tomlin. This is Quad Radio.